Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Per usual, every time we see some major COD updates drop, those files, those updates don't just include what's going on in the game that day, right when that new content is dropping. Oftentimes, it includes a lot of other future updates, so references to future maps, weapons, modes, all sorts of stuff like that, and ultimately, that content is then data mined and posted all across social media. And today, we are breaking down the newest update and content leaks for Black Ops 7, for Warzone, and funny enough, even beyond as well, looking a little bit towards Modern Warfare 4. Now, as always, when we are discussing leaks and rumors here on the channel, at the end of the day, these are just leaks and rumors. So nothing here is 100% officially confirmed by any means until Call of Duty, Treyarch, Raven, anyone at Activision says something in a post or in a blog or whatever the case is. Take everything here with a grain of salt, but we do have quite a few interesting things to break down here today. Starting first with some new upcoming weapons that were leaked courtesy of Alex over on Twitter. Unfortunately here, we don't have many specifics as to what these weapons are going to be. We only have the code names, which admittedly, Call of Duty has definitely paid attention to the leaks because previously their code names always teased the weapons very obviously, and now they don't really do that as much anymore, but we can see the various different weapon types that are going to be in the game here in future updates. This is not to say these are all going to be available right away in the next seasonal update. With season 4, this could be partially season 4, partially season 5. No real time frame included with these, but as of right now, we've got a new rifle called Albatross in the files, another new assault rifle called Kiwi. We've got a new SMG called Mammoth, a new melee called Maru, a new DMR called Samar, a new SMG called Marmot, a new sniper, I believe is what the SL designation is, called Atria, then also a new KS, which should be a kill streak, called Compound there. So a handful of new weapons. This would line up with like a pretty standard seasonal drop. We end up getting what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new weapons, which is about on par. We usually see like 5, 6, sometimes 7 weapons per season, a new streak per season as well. So this very well could be what we end up seeing dropped throughout season 4 here. But again, like I said, it could also end up getting split out across a couple of future seasons. We're gonna have to wait and see on that. This leak actually stems more so from in the actual game itself because anyone can go through and see this, but Detonated ended up finding this and they posted about it. The Vertigo map from Black Ops 2 is actually located in game right outside of Gridlock, which we just of course got with season 3. So if you were to go into theater mode and go out of the map on Gridlock, you'll end up finding the exact rundown from Vertigo from BO2. So it's super unrendered. It's like low poly. It looks really ugly when it's out of the map, of course, but this would be teasing or quote unquote leaking that Vertigo could be coming back here in a future seasonal update as a Black Ops 7 multiplayer map. I liked it quite a bit back in Black Ops 2, so if that ends up returning, that could be pretty cool to see. Like I said though, the leaks that we have aren't just for BO7 and Warzone. We definitely have less of those than we usually do because Call of Duty has been cracking down on leakers a lot more as of late. However, we also ended up getting some leaks for MW4 recently, and a few that I wanted to circle back to because it does line up with some of the newer ones as well. For example, Alex ended up posting as well, riot shields might be back in Modern Warfare 4. I see honestly quite a few of you asking about this on a pretty consistent basis. Do we know if the riot shields ever coming back? We haven't had that in a bit here, but according to the leaked files, there are apparently new updates and new references to the riot shield being back with COD 2026. While we're on the topic of MW4, again, not necessarily an official leak by any means, but it could absolutely be teasing something. We have obviously the whole Fanta and Xbox 25 promotion going around. We've seen already different images of Ghost being used for some of the promotion here. Now we've got a full new video. It's only 8 seconds long, themed around this Fanta promotion, but we again see Ghost in this marketing, which once more would indicate that he could be like the main cover operator, the main focus here for MW4, of course, and likely, I don't think Xbox is going out of their way individually to go through and make these renders and make this content with their own assets. They're probably hitting up Infinity Ward since they own them now and they're like, hey, we need a Ghost render. We need a Ghost scene going on. Use the stuff you're working on. Let's get it put together here. So this very well could be, again, models and textures and lighting and, the graphics that we could actually have in MW4. Certainly something to keep an eye on as we're going forward here. And of course, as we see other potential teasers eventually leading to full-on reveals here, if you guys want to make sure you are always in the know for everything going on in Call of Duty, there's no better place than right here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. And if you enjoy this video as we're going through all the new leaks and rumors, a like rating would be seriously appreciated as well. Next up here, we also have even more MW4 and maybe even some Warzone details here. COD Warfare Forum a while back found references to a map in the files that seemingly was going to be the MW4 Warzone map, and more recently re-brought that information back up to the surface. And Asylum here responds and says this is set in Korea, basically asking that, and COD Warfare Forum does confirm yes, since Modern Warfare 4 is rumored to be set there, it would make sense for the Warzone and DMZ maps to be set there as well. So as far as the Warzone map updates and also what would tie into DMZ with that as well, presumably we could have a lot of different Korea themes around the general environment and layout with that stuff. And then lastly here, we're going to circle back around to the weapons here, sort of again recapping a leak that surfaced a while ago. But since we were just talking about the Riot Shield leak from earlier on in the video, a while back there was a bunch of different weapon code names leaked for Modern Warfare 4. Now again, just code names. Luckily, Infinity Ward's code naming not nearly as ambiguous as Treyarch's. Theirs is a little bit more obvious, so a lot of people were able to go through and decipher stuff. Vondia's Pog ended up going through and putting out a bunch of names, presumably, again, keep in mind these are guesstimations, still rumors at this point, but we end up seeing a handful of weapons that we'd recognize already, like the Kastov 762, the M4, the M16, the Odin, the MTZ, the Cronin Squall, the AMAX, the Vel, the AMP63, the PPSH, the Fennec, the Finn, the RAL, the M160, the Crossbow, the MR28, a 3-line rifle, a Signal 50, a Desert Eagle or a 50 GS, the X12, a P890, a Basilisk, a couple of launchers, and also a Riot Shield is mentioned in there as well. So connects the dots with even more files being updated about that potentially returning, adds some credibility to the previous leaks as well for what it's worth there. So bear in mind, those are not every single weapon in the game by any means. Also, we could see several of those scrapped. Some of those could be leftover files from previous MW titles, still very, very early on as far as that stuff goes, but did want to, you know, put that through line out there with the Riot Shield leak resurfacing here recently. That said, that's going to wrap things up for this one. Those are some of the new leaks and rumors that have surfaced for some future content updates here across Black Ops 7, Warzone, and ultimately MW4 as well. If you guys enjoyed the video, as mentioned, do me a favor, hit that like button. It's always seriously appreciated, and it's a great way to help grow the channel. And if you're new to the channel, you want to ensure you are always in the know for everything going on in Call of Duty, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.